Maybe. I'm not sure what happened. Hey, there we are.
But
Hi, how are you doing?
good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you
Got it
feeling?
working.
Yes, we did. We figured it out.
We got it figured out.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm good. It's been some interesting energies this week, I think, but doing good.
Definitely, definitely. I don't know if you pay attention to the moons or anything like that,
A little bit.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So, I know like the full moon was a few days ago,
Yep.
so that might be contributing to some heavier stuff coming up.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yes,
got
definitely.
node switches and full moons, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
The far moderate. Thank you.
So, are you doing your meditation tonight as well?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Cool, cool.
We'll,
So,
we'll
putting
see
in
if I
work.
got for it. We have a double dose.
Yes. Whew. So, I was just talking about how I haven't been on social media really, but I came back today to come hang
Yeah.
out.
Well, we
And
appreciate you coming back.
yeah, I was just talking about how anytime like I do any kind of like yoga practice or guided meditation, it's like I get something out of it as well. So it's very healing just to be here with other people who are like here for the same reasons.
Right, right, right. Yep. I feel you.
Definitely.
I feel the same way when doing meditations. Where's TC? I thought I saw him in here. What's going on? To the left. I don't know. I don't know if TikTok is updated lately. I don't know if you can see my comments or if it's just your side. Okay, still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until I did a yoga practice with a girl named Lexi, and then she was like reading comments and I was like, "Wait, like what's going on?" And then we realized that we cannot see each other's comments, but it took
Got
me a minute to realize that.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had updated. I know they recently did updates to live. So, Sharice, hello, welcome in. She said two of the loveliest. So I guess she
Oh,
connected both our pages. Thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't know how they. I didn't know because I know they updated it recently, so I didn't know. Because it's been a while since I've done co-hosting. So
yeah, they're still working on it, I guess, which is
they're
fine.
fixing
Yeah. Whew.
something. Getting hydrated. I should have done that.
Yes, always.
I, I always tell people I'm like hydrate, and then I always forget to grab my water ahead of time.
You can grab it if you need to, or whatever.
Nah, we're
We're
good.
good. We're
I'm,
chilling.
I'm, in, I'm in it. I'm set up. I'm good to go.
Sweet. All right. So it's close to 8. So I guess I can go ahead and kind of do
Go
our
for it.
little introductions and talk about what we're going to be doing and all that beautiful stuff. So we're going to be doing a pranayama and meditation practice. I'm going to be leading us through a brief, very simple, very beginner friendly pranayama practice, which is just breath work. And then I'll pass it over to C. Scott, and he's going to guide us through a meditation. So lots of great stuff. Um,
Perfect.
we're going to be doing, it's called nadi shodhana, which just means alternative nostril breathing. The reason why we do this pranayama practice is because all humans, it doesn't matter what your gender is or what your pronouns are, we all have masculine and feminine energy. Feminine energy just has to do with like resting, nurturing ourselves. It's also associated with the moon, taking it easy, sleep, nighttime. And our masculine energy is associated with the sun. It's all about movement and energy and taking action. So a lot of times, one of our either our masculine or feminine energy tends to be more dominant. So whenever we practice alternative nostril breathing, we're just bringing those two energies into balance, and everything in life is a balance. So
Yep. Yep.
yep. So that is all we're gonna do. It's very simple. I plan on doing like 10 rounds of alternative nostril breathing, but it just depends on time.
Cool.
But usually I try to do 10 rounds. So I guess it's 8 o'clock. So we can go ahead and get right into it.
Cool.
All right. So I have like a lamp. I like change the lights on it. Okay. All right. So everyone who's joining in, we're going to go ahead and take a seat. Get nice and comfortable. If you need to sit up on a block, a bolster, whatever you need to do. Not that I prefer, it's recommended that we sit up while we do this pranayama practice. So wherever you are, go ahead and sit comfortably sitting up. Breathe as you begin to gently lengthen your spine. And before we get into the practice, we're just going to take a few cleansing deep breaths together to help bring us into the present moment. So you can begin to close your eyes or lower your gaze, only if it feels good. We're going to take an inhale through our nose to a comfortable level. Open, audible mouth exhale. Inhaling through our nose. Open, audible mouth exhale. And last one, inhaling through our nose. Open, audible mouth exhale. If your eyes are closed, you can gently begin to bring them open. And the way we're going to begin this practice, the way we move through this practice is really just inhaling through our nose for 4, holding our breath for 8 seconds, and then exhaling on the opposite side for 8 seconds, then holding for 4, and then we'll switch. So inhaling through our other nostril for 4 seconds, holding for 8, and then exhaling for 8 on the opposite side, and then hold for 4. So it's going to be a lot of counting, but again, the counting is just there to help bring our attention to something. So as we begin this practice, you're going to go ahead and take your right hand, and with your index and your middle finger, you can gently bend them. And depending on your anatomy, if that's not working, that's totally normal. You can go ahead and straighten them, and you'll place them on your third eye. So there's no right or wrong there, it just really depends on your anatomy. So with this little mudra on our right hand, we're going to go ahead and begin. So let's just take a quick inhale together. And exhale through your nose. Let's take one more, inhaling. Exhale through your nose. And we always start on our left side, which is also our feminine side. So you're going to take your thumb and just gently cover your right nostril. And we're going to go ahead and begin. So inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cover both nostrils. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release your thumb. Exhale through your right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cover both nostrils. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Release your thumb and inhale through your right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Cover both nostrils. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release your index finger and exhale through your left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold your both nostrils. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through your left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through your right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through left for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through left nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through right nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through left nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through left nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale through right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both nostrils for 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and release your right hand. You can place on the tops of your thighs or in your lap. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths. I don't know if there's a Sanskrit name for this pranayama, but all it is inhaling for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4, holding for 4. So let's just take a few cleansing breaths. So we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. As you take your next inhale, you can slowly begin to come back to your natural rhythm, your breath. Just noticing how we're feeling. And if your eyes are closed, whenever you're ready, you can gently begin to breathe your eyes open. And with that, I will pass it over to you.
Well, thank you. That was amazing. I could see how practice is needed on that. Is that
Definitely, definitely. And the more you practice it, people tend to like count for longer. So they'll take longer inhales and hold for longer as well. So
gotcha?
yeah. Yes.
That's that's cool. Somebody said they had a blocked nostril and almost didn't make it. So
I feel that it's interesting too, because like if we have blocked like nostrils, that kind of gives us like information because our right side is our masculine side and our left side is our feminine side. So if like our right nostril is blocked, it might mean that our masculine energy might be um out of balance in a way.
that
I,
good to know. Well, cool. So we're going to do a just a basic meditation, and in this meditation, so again, make sure that everybody's comfortable position. You lay down if you want to. I suggest people don't because you're gonna fall asleep probably, but do you? We're going to in this meditation, what we're going to do is we're going to literally um, become the observer of our thoughts. That is all we're doing. We are not judging our thoughts as good or bad. We're not judging ourselves. You know, if we get entangled in the thought, as soon as we figure out that we're entangled in the thought, we're going to detach from the thought and just go back to observing. And you kind of just can see your thoughts just as little whatever wisp. You can see them as different people in your mind, however you want to see them, but you just want to see them as they're not you, essentially. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn this light off because it's super hot, but this is how we take it. Anyway, I'm sweating up a storm here. But again, we are just observing our thoughts. We are not judging anything that comes with our thoughts. We are becoming the observer. And typically, what this will do by doing this through on a regular basis throughout the day, we will become more aware that our thoughts are not us and we can deal with our thoughts better. So I'm going to turn a little background music on, some cleansing music. Hopefully, y'all can hear that. All right.
sounds
I'm going
good.
to put you some of the chat. Y'all are going away for a little bit. This probably, I'm going to keep it quick. So it's probably going to be about 10 minutes. But just make sure you're comfortable. You got yourself a nice, comfortable position. You can sit down. You don't have to be in lotus pose. None of that. If you want to be in lotus pose, crisscross applesauce, feel free. Hey, do you? All right. So what we're going to do is just get yourself comfortable. And we're going to begin very much like we did with the pranayama. And we're going to do it with just 3 deep breaths. I'm going to hold them. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and inhale. And hold it for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. going to go ahead and inhale. Hold that for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. And our last deep breath, make this a deep inhale. Holding that for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. And now we're going to allow our breath to go into a natural, slow, rhythmic ebb and flow. And with every inhale and every exhale, we'll allow ourselves to get 10 times more relaxed and more comfortable. And as we do that, I'm going to remind you that we are just becoming the observer of our thoughts. We are not judging any thought as good or bad that passes through our mind. We are just going to observe them and watch them run through. If we become entangled in a thought, that is okay. As soon as we realize that we are entangled, we are just going to detach and continue to observe. And I will go into the silence now and come back in a few moments with a reminder to detach from our thoughts. And again, this is just a reminder that we are observing our thoughts. We are the observer only. None of these thoughts are we judging as good or bad, nor are we judging ourselves for becoming attached to any thought that might come by. Just as soon as we realize that we are attached to a thought, we will detach from the thought and go back to becoming the observer and the awareness of the thoughts. each breath, feel yourself getting more relaxed and more calm. And I will go back into the silence for a few more minutes before we close this meditation. And now, as we begin to close out this meditation, we are going to close the meditation as we begin with 3 deep breaths. Let's go ahead and inhale. We're going to hold that for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Let's go ahead and inhale. Holding that for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Last one. Let's go ahead and deep inhale. Holding that for 1, 2, 3, and exhale. Come back into our space in our body. Just feel free to open your eyes as you feel free to. Look for a primary color, red, blue, yellow. And we are good to go. Turn my chat back on. There we go.
Back on.
And let's get some, here we go, bright light. Get the sun going.
I actually started doing that because of your meditations, like looking for a primary color after you come out of meditation.
Yeah.
Because I had never heard of it until I went to one of yours.
Yeah, it's something I heard. Man, that's probably been about 12, about 12 years ago. There was like a visualization that somebody had, and it was just kind of a way, and it made sense to me to kind of reorient yourself into the room, because a lot of times we're gone.
Right.
So good way to reorient yourself. You're very welcome.
I love it.
Yeah, so cool.
Well, awesome. thank you so much again for just being here. I deeply appreciate it.
No, thank you for inviting me. I think this was amazing. I learned a lot. I had heard of the alternating breathing through, but I've never done it.
Yeah,
Through your nostrils. So I will be adding that in
I
to
love
my
it.
repertoire. Oh yeah, I will definitely be adding that in.
I love it. I feel like this practice tonight helps set me up for a good night's sleep. I feel like I'm gonna sleep really good tonight.
Oh, oh, good. That's awesome.
Yes.
Be refreshed for the weekend.
Yes,
You
definitely.
go.
Well, I gotta go to work tomorrow, but
Oh, well, yeah. Definitely need
it
some refresh.
or I get to go to work, I should say. I get to go to work.
There you go.
Yes.
Real boss diva. I'm so glad you're feeling calm. That's awesome. So, Kay said it's harder than it looks. So the breathing, the alternating nostril breathing. I was just like, oh, I want to breathe now. I want to.
I know, and I was thinking about that because I don't know. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell if something might be too much just because it's what I do every day.
Yeah.
So I was like,
No,
was that?
no, but but this is how I see it with meditation. It's then like you said, it's practice. We're just
Yeah,
practicing, and you just
def
trying stuff, and you get better at it as you go. So
yeah, it's all a practice, just one day at a time. That's all you can do.
that's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
None of us, I don't care what anybody thinks, none of us are ascended masters and none of us are gurus. So we're just all just, we're all just figuring it out as we go. And you got to start somewhere, right?
Yes, yes. Just doing our best. That's all you can do is your best.
That's it.
Well, if anyone has any questions, we're here for support. And if
Yeah.
not, then I hope you have an amazing night. Drink lots of water. Say something nice to yourself.
Okay. That you wanted to gulp some air.
Yeah.
I feel you. Even with practice, not take a sneaky breath. Listen, I was like this and I was taking the in between breaths. I was like, oh, I am bad at this. Let me,
No, no, there's no bad or good, like we said. It's all just
right.
practice.
And then yeah, I had to remind myself. I'm like, my brain, I had to be like, dude, this is the first time you've done this. Like, God, I had to remind
Right.
myself. I'm like, but I'm like, no, I should be able to do this. So yeah,
Yeah, something my mentor says a lot is she always says we got to stop shitting ourselves. Like there's no should or shouldn't anything.
right. We do that a lot, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do. And it's something I've noticed a lot since she said that. I was like, wow. So I try to catch myself when I say that. There's no shoulds or shouldn'ts here.
Right, exactly. Oh, cool. So just real quick, let me ask. So I don't have any questions on my side, but how long you been doing yoga?
So about honestly, it's about a year and a half, but I got super serious about it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something I tried to do like for years. I kept trying to get into yoga and I just like couldn't fully for some reason, which now I feel like it's because I didn't have like the tools and I wasn't in the right place to be able to take on this practice yet.
Yeah.
But it's funny, it kept coming back around and then the last time it did, it stuck and I was like, I got to know more about this. So I
Right.
met my mentor and she has taught me so much and it's crazy because it's like once you learn yoga, it's like you realize yoga was never actually gone because yoga is a state of being, but we do
Mm-hmm.
yoga practices to help us experience our state of being.
Right. Right. And to get in the
So,
flow.
yeah. So it's my love. I feel like I'm a yogi above everything because my yoga practice tends to overflow into all other
Yeah.
areas of my life.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. And it's kind of funny how that works where you might try something and want to get into something, but it's just the timing isn't right. It's just not the right time for it. And
Yeah.
then when it pops up and it's the right time, it's like full force, all in for it.
Yes. And something I like to say as well is that if something's meant for you, it's gonna keep coming back around till you get it. Like if you miss it the first time, it's okay. It's gonna come back. It'll come back. And
Absolutely.
that, yes, that's just been, that was one of a big example I feel like I've seen in my life where it's like it did come back.
Right. I think that we think about that type of stuff more as like we know that lessons, if we don't learn them, they're going to come back around. But it's not just the lessons. Sometimes it's your purpose, or sometimes it's the, it's the good things too. It's not always, so it's not always, cycles aren't always bad, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I like that. I like that that point of view there because it's so true.
Yeah.
And something else that I just thought of is that music, I'm really into music as well. And there's been times where I haven't like given artists my full attention. And it's
Hmm.
like they keep coming back around and then I get really into them. And it's like music that hits my soul. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I was meant to hear this. That's why it
Right.
kept coming back around to me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about timing. It's all about timing, and I think soul receptivity too. When your soul is at that point of the journey, it's like, okay, I can get into this now.
Yes. It's kind of like our we can't see it as clearly all the time just
Right.
because of things going on in life might blur our vision a little, you know.
Right. Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's the reason why having mindfulness practices like, the make sure I'm saying this right. Pranayama,
Yes. Yes.
meditate.
Right.
Um, yeah, I like to do Isha Kriya and all those type of stuff. So
Yes.
any mindfulness practices and those breathing techniques.
Yes. Yes. They definitely have made such a positive impact on my life. And I know they can do the same for many others.
Right. Absolutely.
How long
It,
have you been meditating for, would you say?
ooh. um, on and off. Damn, I'm gonna date the hell out of myself because I never really thought about how long. 19 years, I guess. It was,
Nice.
I learned about it. I learned about meditation. I was first kind of introduced to it in college. I took a stress management course, and like part of the, because I had to take electives because all up to that point they were like, you don't take electives, you're not going to graduate. I'm like, all right, let me find like kind of what I thought was the easiest electives, and I took stress management, and they were like, oh, meditation. And it was for me it was taboo being relayed for raised very religious, and I was like, well, okay. And it took us to a very calm guided meditation. I was like, huh. And I went down the rabbit hole and just went down it. And so I've meditated on and off here and there, but really like kind of making it more of a practice. I say probably last like I'd say like 5, 6 years, like on a more consistent basis. Not every
Nice.
day, more consistent.
Yeah. Consistency is key.
Yep, absolutely.
That's
So
awesome.
so yeah,
Do
it's
you
been.
do you feel like you've been able to like see the effects that it has? Or do
I
you feel
for me,
like it took some time to be like, oh, I'm seeing the effects of my meditation practice, if that makes sense?
yeah, no, I get, yeah, it definitely makes sense. I will tell you, when I so at the end of last year when I got into routinely making myself do it twice a day, I noticed, and it sounds counterintuitive, but it's not. Like I noticed that stuff would trigger me quicker than it did before I was meditating. I was like, well, this is weird. But what I quickly realized, like stuff like traffic and all that kind of stuff. But I quickly realized that that stuff was there the whole time. I was just more mindful of it. So that was really cool. But like, so I think, once you become mindful of it, you can kind of see it ahead of time. See, you can kind of see the patterns playing themselves out in the background, and you kind of become more aware. I think like for me with meditation, like for me, when I get back on a regular meditation, it's like become more mindful, and then I can kind of see the patterns coming. So that's what it does for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that. I love that.
Yep. So I can see it pretty much almost immediately. Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy how these like very I call them simple, but it's like simple doesn't always mean easy, right? It's just simple.
Right.
But these very like simple practices can just make you like more aware of what's going on around you and what's going on within you. And it
Right.
just it's a wild thing. It's a beautiful
Yep.
thing, I should say.
Wild and beautiful, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
But yeah, I think it's no, you're right, and I think that I think the key word you said there is what's going on inside of you, because that's gonna reflect out, because that's how you're gonna observe the world, you know. So yeah, I think you're
Yes,
on there,
yes.
spot on.
Let's
Well,
get another
cool. If
drink.
there's anybody on my side asking questions, now the time. Speak now, forever hold your peace. No, I think most people are popping off, but
Yeah, I had a few people say hi, but I think they're all going to bed or going doing their own thing right
popping
now.
in.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much again for doing this and for
Oh,
coming to hang out. I
thank you for
deeply
coming with.
appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming with the idea. Um, don't be surprised if I like tap you on the shoulder, be like, "Hey, I got something I want you to want you to come with some more yoga techniques," or just open up a podcast. I might need you.
I
Yeah,
will. The answer is already yes. I
so, might need
love
you in
it.
there when we'll chop it up.
Yes, I would love that. The conversation we started having after the practice too, I can tell that we could get into some things, go down a rabbit hole or two.
I'm all about my rabbit holes. Hell yeah,
Same. Yes, I love it.
all about the rabbit holes.
Yes.
Well, cool. Well, I appreciate again. I appreciate you coming with the idea. I think this was amazing. It was awesome,
Yes.
and I will be doing my boop 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 boop.
Yep. All
And
right. So,
appreciate it.
yes, you too so much. And I will talk to you soon.
Definitely. Cool.
All right. Take
All right.
care.
Later. Bye, y'all.
Bye.